Did you know the most used pickup line on dating apps is, "Hey, how are you?" Riveting, isn't it? And just like that, you've lost the game even before it's begun. Why? Because nothing screams, "I'm just like every other guy here," louder than a generic, "How are you?" But don't worry, we're about to change all that. Comment down below if you are guilty this crime. So what's the big deal about a good icebreaker? It's simple. A good icebreaker is like a secret weapon, a magic key that unlocks the door to engaging conversations. It's the first impression, the first step on the dance floor, the first note of your symphony. It's what separates the men from the boys, the wheat from the chaff, the winners from the, well, you get the idea. Now let's compare this to the dull and overused lines like, "Hey, how are you?" or "You're pretty." They're like a flat soda, devoid of any fizz, flavor, or fun. They lack creativity, originality, and most importantly, they lack you. They're so generic they could be for anyone, and that's exactly what they communicate, that you're just anyone. But you're not just anyone, are you? No, you're the ultimate man. And the ultimate man knows how to make a grand entrance. He knows how to turn heads and raise eyebrows. He knows how to pique curiosity and spark interest. He knows how to make them laugh, make them think, make them want to know more. So, how does he do it? By crafting witty, attention-grabbing openers that are tailor-made to the person's profile. He doesn't just look at the photos, he reads the bio, he notices the details. He's like a detective sifting through clues, piecing together a unique message that's just right for the person he's messaging. He's not just throwing out lines, he's casting a spell. And that, my friends, is the power of a good icebreaker. It's not just a message, it's a message in a bottle, a message that sails across the sea of faces. A message that stands out, a message that gets read, a message that gets responded to. Remember, your opening message is your elevator pitch. Make it count. Hit the subscribe button now before you get distracted with all the good tips coming up. You've got her attention, so what's next? Discussing the weather or asking about her favorite color? Please, we're not in kindergarten. Now, you've successfully broken the ice. But how do you keep the conversation going? How do you keep it interesting? Let's dive in. First off, let's debunk a common misconception. Complimenting her looks isn't always the best way to go. Yes, you read that right. While it's true that everyone likes to feel attractive, starting with a compliment about her physical appearance can come off as shallow or unoriginal. It's like saying, "I'm interested in you because you're hot," which is as deep as a kiddie pool. Instead, why not start with a compliment about something she's put effort into? Maybe she's got a killer taste in music, or her travel photos look like they're straight out of National Geographic. Show her you're interested in who she is, not just what she looks like. Next, let's talk topics. The key here is to find common ground. If she's into cooking, don't shy away from sharing your epic pancake flipping fail. If she's into sports, don't hesitate to admit that you still can't figure out the offside rule in soccer. It's these little things that make you human, relatable, and interesting. But remember, there's a fine line between being interested and being intrusive. While it's great to ask questions, it's equally important to respect her boundaries. If she seems uncomfortable or hesitant to answer, switch the topic. No one likes a conversation that feels like an interrogation. Also, while it's tempting to fill every silence, don't. Sometimes, a little space allows her to contribute more to the conversation. It's a dance, not a monologue. Finally, humor is your best friend. Nothing makes a conversation more memorable than a good laugh. So, don't be afraid to show your playful side. Forget about the weather unless you're a meteorologist. Be curious but not creepy. Got it? Ever wondered why your messages filled with heart eyes and fire emojis are met with radio silence? Well, my friend, it's time for a reality check. Emojis can be a fun and effective way to add some color to a conversation, but they're a double-edged sword. When used appropriately, they can convey emotions and tone that text alone might fail to express. A well-placed wink or smile can lighten the mood, and who doesn't love a bit of playful banter? However, there's a fine line between charming and childish. Overloading your messages with emojis can make you seem immature or even desperate. It's like telling a joke. Timing and delivery are everything. Too many emojis and you're the guy who laughs at his own joke. Too few and you may come off as dry and uninteresting. Remember, in the world of online messaging, less is more. Emojis are like spices, they can make or break your dish, so use them wisely. Ever heard of timing is everything? Well, in online dating, it's not just a cliche, it's the gospel truth. Now you might be thinking, how can timing matter when I'm messaging someone online? We're not even in the same room. Well, my friend, it's all about the game of anticipation and the art of playing cool. It's a delicate dance, and you've got to learn the steps. First off, let's start with the initial message. The timing of this one is crucial. You don't want to shoot off a message the moment you match with someone. That's like being the eager beaver who shows up an hour early to the party. It's not cool, it's not suave, and it certainly doesn't scream, "I'm the ultimate man." So, hold your horses, play it cool, and wait a bit before sending that first hello. Now once the conversation gets going, you've got to keep the rhythm. You don't want to reply instantly every time she messages. That's like doing the cha-cha on a salsa dance floor. You're out of sync, and it's going to show. You want to appear interested but not desperate. So, reply promptly, but not too promptly. Keep her guessing just a little bit. But here's the catch. Don't play too hard to get. If you take forever to reply, she might just lose interest and move on. It's a fine line to walk, my friend, but when you get it right, it's like hitting the perfect note in a symphony. Finally, there's the timing of suggesting a real-life meetup. This is the crescendo of your online conversation. You don't want to rush into it or hold back too long. It's all about finding that sweet spot where the conversation has peaked, and it's time to take it to the next level. So remember, in the world of online dating, it's not just about what you say, but when you say it. In the game of love, timing isn't just everything, it's the only thing. Give this video a like if you think it's good. Now that we've covered the basics, it's time for the real deal. Buckle up, gentlemen, it's about to get interesting. We've delved into the art of the icebreaker, the nuances of conversation, the paradox of emojis, and the timing game. All of these elements are essential in your quest to master the art of online messaging. But they're just pieces of the puzzle. Here's where we bring it all together. Firstly, let's talk about the common mistakes. You'd be surprised at how many men shoot themselves in the foot right out of the gate. For instance, there's the Mr. Copy and Paste, who sends the exact same message to every woman he contacts. Ladies can sniff that out a mile away, and it's not a good look. Then there's Mr. Overeager, who sends a flurry of messages before the woman has a chance to respond. Patience, gentlemen. Remember, desperation is not attractive. And let's not forget Mr. Emoji Overkill. Yes, emojis can be a fun way to express emotion, but moderation is key. Too many emojis can make you seem immature or worse, insincere. Now let's flip the script. Here's how you can avoid these pitfalls and pave your way to success. Firstly, be genuine. Tailor your messages to the woman you're contacting. Show her that you've taken the time to read her profile and that you're interested in getting to know her. Next, be patient. Allow the conversation to flow naturally. Don't rush it. If she's interested, she'll respond. And if she doesn't, well, there's plenty more fish in the sea. As for emojis, as we've discussed earlier, they can be a great tool if used correctly. A well-placed wink or smile can add a playful tone to your message. Just remember, less is more. Finally, timing is everything. Don't message at odd hours of the night or too early in the morning. Be mindful of her time zone if she's not local, and most importantly, give her time to respond. To recap, the secret to successful online messaging is a blend of authenticity, patience, moderation, and good timing. It may seem like a lot to juggle, but with practice, you'll find your stride. Remember, every woman is different. What works for one may not work for another, so keep experimenting, keep learning, and keep evolving. And there you have it, gentlemen. The ultimate man's guide to messaging women online. Now go out there and make them swoon. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and save this video. See you in the next one.